I walked up to my friend, CV, who was deep in conversation with his son, SV. CV is a successful businessman from a developing country I'll call PK. About a decade ago, he had sent SV to Canada for his master's degree. The plan was clear: finish the 2-year program, work for 3 years to gain Canadian experience, and then return home to join him in running the family business. I have worked hard to build this business and make it successful, CV had told his son at the time. You can then step in, carry it forward, and take it to the next level. Of course, Dad, I look forward to it, the young SV had replied with enthusiasm. SV went to Canada, completed his master's degree, and then began working for a multinational company. He thrived there, gaining world-class experience and climbing the promotion ladder. His employers valued him deeply, and he enjoyed the life he was building. Along the way, he became a Canadian permanent resident, began a relationship with a Canadian woman he intended to marry, and eventually settled into life with a house, a child, and Canadian citizenship. Meanwhile, his father never forgot the original plan. He reminded SV often, the family business was waiting. There was wealth, influence, and a comfortable lifestyle back home in PK. Drivers, official cars, a house with domestic staff, a respected name, a chance to shape national progress, and a promise of at least 20% returns on investments. As an only child, SV had a responsibility to carry on the family legacy. When I walked in that day, the discussion had reached a familiar point. His father was laying out all the opportunities awaiting him at home, while SV responded with his own list. Dad, but what about the healthcare here? Prompt, world-class, and often free. What about the stability of the economy? The peace and security that let me move freely at any hour? The infrastructure, 24-hour electricity, clean water, good roads? What about a civil service that actually serves? And emergency services I can trust? What about public schools that function with trained teachers and proper supplies? Clean communities, green spaces, parks with clean public toilets, even stocked with tissue paper? Libraries, swimming pools, gyms, all free or affordable? What about colleagues I trust, people who work with integrity and help businesses grow? What about my partner, my child, and the culture I've lived in for the past 10 years? Even the courts, despite their flaws, move more swiftly and fairly here. You want me to leave all this behind and return to PK? For what exactly, sir? Yes, I made that promise years ago, but I was younger then. My perspective has changed. I don't crave riches, Dad. What I want is a simple, dignified life, and here, I found it. Listening to them, I knew this was not a conversation that would end that day. It is one I have heard many times before, and one that will continue in different forms between different parents and children in many families across the world. For CV, his truth was about legacy, sacrifice, and the duty of a son to his family and homeland. For SV, his truth was about dignity, safety, and the right to choose a life of peace, even if it meant breaking away from expectations. Neither side was wrong. They simply saw the world from different vantage points, shaped by their lived realities. Quietly, I slipped away without being noticed, leaving father and son to their exchange. I only prayed that it would end with mutual understanding, even if not agreement. My friend is visiting me next week, and I am certain he will update me. I can only hope the dialogue between them continues with love and respect, for such conversations truly never end.